Today's Money Monday segment, helping children develop good money habits for life. Financial advisor Rob Wilson says you have to start teaching them early. He's here with 4 ways to get started. Good morning. Thanks for being here.
Good morning. Thanks for having me.
Rob, what age should parents start talking to their kids about money?
Oh, very, very early. Look, when we see the magazines and newspapers with everyone having all of these issues with their personal finances, I personally don't think it's ever too early to start talking to your kids. So maybe if there's still a pacifier in their mouth, maybe let it go for a little bit.
Give them a little
but once
longer.
they're able to start understanding value, and especially when they start really wanting things, pointing out things that they want, it might be a time to start talking about money a little bit.
And you say the first tip is to put money skills in the proper context. So important.
Yeah, you know what? I think that we should stop talking about money and saving in terms of retirement, because think about it. Nobody wants to think about being, 70 years old,
Right,
sitting on your
right.
porch in a rocking chair, knitting a blanket. So because no one wants to even think about it, no one wants to plan for it. So I think we might do ourselves a better favor if we talk about money and saving in terms of financial independence rather than retiring, because you don't have to wait until you're 65 to be financially independent. Want to be by that age, but you could be in the next 5, 10, 15, 20 years, depending on how much work and effort and time you're willing to put into it. So I think if we start talking about financial independence, it'll seem more immediate, and perhaps we won't push all of the important decisions off, investing, saving, all of those sorts of things, because retirement seems so far away.
Especially for a kid, it's hard for them to even grasp being as old as the retirement age.
You don't even know what retirement means.
Right.
So, you can't really fathom why it's so important that you need to start saving right away.
Okay, your second tip is teach your kids how to make money, not just save it.
Yeah, this is a little bit of a different mindset as well. I think maybe instead of teaching and harping so much on how much money you can put inside of a piggy bank, maybe start to talk to your kids about how they can make the amount of money to live the type of life that they want to live. I remember when I was younger and I wanted to start buying some CDs and albums and those sorts of things. Well, I opened up a little store in my house so that I could have the money to go buy the things that I wanted. And so I think maybe if we shift that a little bit to earning rather than just putting money in a savings account, it'll be more impactful over time. And as a part of that, I think you want to teach your kids how to get comfortable with selling. I don't think that the word sell should be a 4-letter word in your household. A lot of people have have an issue with that. They don't want to seem like a used car salesman.
Right.
But I think it's important, not only if you go have a job, you're going to need to sell yourself and your ideas, but if you're going to have a business, you're absolutely going to have to sell. So get them selling some Girl Scout cookies, or have a garage sale or something like that. But just get them comfortable with selling, because I think it's a really, really useful skill they can use throughout the rest of their life.
Absolutely. And the next tip is so important. Teach kids how to spend wisely. I mean, that comes into play throughout your entire life.
Oh, this is huge. And by far the biggest win I think that you have here is to teach kids about student loans, because this is going to be one of the biggest things that they're going to spend on in their life. Their student loans, their home, and then probably their car is going to be the biggest expenditures. And so you're asking a kid that's 17, 18, 19 years old to make one of the biggest decisions that they're ever going to make in their life. So I think you really need to talk about those student loans. And as a part of that, I would suggest you have them fill out something called an education business plan, because you really need to be thinking about the type of major that you're going to go into, how much money that you're going to make after you graduate with that degree, and in respect to how much in student loans you're going to take out. If the salary isn't going to make it easy enough for you to pay those student loans back, maybe you want to rethink the school that you're going to go to, or maybe you want to pursue perhaps a higher paying degree. So I think that that's really, really an important conversation that we have to have with our kids.
Well, and it seems like that's a conversation that should happen pretty early on too, because as it is, so many kids don't even know what they want to do when it comes to school.
I would probably suggest that you do that as they're entering high school, because there may be certain programs at your high school that they may want to get to. I was in the high-tech magnet because I had a feeling that I wanted to be an engineer. So I needed to know that in 9th grade. So as they're going into high school, this is a great time to have that conversation.
Something else to talk about, teach them how to invest.
Yeah, this is big. The longer you have money making money for you, the better off you are. So the time reduces a lot of the risk that you're going to have with putting your money in the market. So what you can do is maybe buy them 1 share of a popular stock, 1 share of Apple, 1 share of Disney, something that they understand, that they can identify with, and then get the newspaper or the magazine and help them look up the stock ticker and see how the investment is going to grow over time. And then maybe cash the stock in and get them something that they've been looking for. So that way they get a reward. They understand if you put the money away, you let it grow, you can eventually get things that you want in life. And so I think that's a great way to teach them the value of saving and also investing so that you can make your money grow.
Great tips. And you also tell us to let them fail. I know parents hear that and they say no way, but that's a good life lesson as well.
Look, so everyone wants to protect their kids. You don't want to see them crying. You don't want to see the anguish when they lose that Little League game, but you have to let them fail. Success is not the absence of failure, but if you teach them early that it's what you do next that matters, I think that's going to be good for them in school. It's going to be good for them in a career, and definitely if they start a business, they're going to fail a lot before they have success. And so this is a good lesson to learn very early on.
And not just related to money on that one, too.
Absolutely.
All right. Thank you so much for coming in today, Rob.
Thanks for having me.
Rob Wilson of Wilson Insight and regular Money Monday contributor here on PTL.